Bam! We're here. Hey, what's up, dudes and dudettes? It is another beautiful Friday night, so you know what that means. It is time to grab ourselves a good cold refreshment, or at room temperature if you like, or a bougie glass of wine like our friend has with us here tonight. Probably that high-end stuff, but coming in out of Phoenix, Arizona, 6'7", 205-ish. His jump shot's terrible, but don't let him fool you. He'll hit you with an elbow and get a rebound, then cram it over your neck and a dunk. He was a Division II All-American and Hall of Famer at Alderson Broaddus College, now University. Samario mother-effing Clancy.
That's right, my brother. What's going on, man?
I've been waiting to do that for a long time, my friend.
You know,
dude, how many rings? What are we doing? Like, what are you doing? I forgot to say that he's got more jewelry than Kanye.
YouTube, Facebook. Pleasure to meet you guys. He left out a couple achievements, but it's okay. Nice to meet everyone.
I went over the jump shot, and that's what everybody remembers the most.
Exactly. We ain't talking about the hairline. It was better than that hairline.
Hey, it's better than this, guys. I can tell you that right now. How we doing, man?
I'm doing well, man. Just
busy.
Enjoying Phoenix. Working with the Mavs, and we're making a nice run right now. So everything's been great. Getting my business up and running. E3 Hoops. Follow
Shout
me.
Out.
Launching this fall. So, staying busy and staying active.
Speaking of the Mavs, man, yeah, like you said, we got the Mavs and we got the Cavs, man. We got the Avs. Hey. We got the Avs part covered. Hey, NBA Finals. You heard it here first.
That's two 50s, right? Both in fifth right now, right? So
that's right.
The Cavs, the hometown team, man. JD Bickerstaff, they're killing up there. That young core is the real deal.
Hey, without Sexton isn't even playing.
Exactly. But Garland to Mobley, Mobley is just going to be amazing. I was saying that when we did our little draft analysis, but yeah, no, I'm excited to see a little run.
Oh man, I'm jacked, man. I'm jacked. And the Mavs, you got Luka, who's still, everyone forgets, he's only 26, 25.
24. I think.
Shit. Look at me always rounding up, being negative Nancy over here, man. There's something you're not used to.
Top 5 player, man. Ridiculous.
Hey, y'all got rid of Porzingis. Best move. Finally. You can't talk about it, but I can. I know you loved him. You loved him, man. You loved everything about him. Yeah. I didn't. Everything was fine. Everything was fine until you got him down there. Then he's like, yeah, whatever, man. But hey, good luck to Krista. Hey, good luck. Fresh place, new face. Let's go.
The nature of the business, man. And like I said, he did great things with us. So we're, like I said, I'm just a contractor, so I'm one of the little guys.
Yeah.
So
but anyway,
all that is with the the big wigs. But I definitely just work with the analytics.
Basically, Samario is the breaking news. Samario got Porzingis traded. It's official. But no, oh my goodness, we got Patrick McGinnis. You both got better looking after West Virginia.
Pat, what's going on, Pat?
Truth.
What you doing, man?
Truth.
Oh, that's my guy. That's my guy.
Tell him we got a bunch of guys out here.
Always been good looking.
Girl King, Tony the Legend. Now I'm talking to the guy that made me one, even though I'm still not. That's Samario over here. Redbeard. Hey. Cheers, man. I'm rocking that Redbeard koozie here tonight, man. And then my man, Barbecue John Z over in California. What's up, John Z? He was on last week, and he was at the City Hall and was like, all right, I got to get off here and turn these lights on. I was like, the whole time these people haven't had lights, you've been on the show. So right. That's John Z. But, hey, let's get to know the man that's with us here tonight, man. We got to give the people that come on every Friday a little bit of love. You know how it goes.
Exactly.
But, hey, we rug up some archives. Everyone wants to know, what makes you an All-American? You got to be able to do stuff like
that. That's when I had the good news, man.
No, that was from yesterday at Open Gym. Don't lie.
Exactly, yeah. 40 up league. No, that was freshman year.
I remember that.
Skipper.
I think I was the one recording. I think I'm the one that recorded that.
You were talking in the background, I think, at the end. You were talking.
Probably. I was probably screaming because I was probably hammered.
Exactly. Exactly. No,
Perks of being the camera guy up there in the perch at AB, man. Nobody knew.
Everybody knew Train. Everybody knew Train.
Everybody knew what I was probably doing too. I just thought I was being slick, but I was not.
He's humbled now. He's humbled.
Ish. Oh man, that's not the only surprise here for you. You know, I got my Cavs shirt. You know, we talked about the Cavs, but you know, we're going backwards tonight, baby.
We doing AB?
We're doing AB in the house. Let's go.
You see, they had the big win today.
Who'd they play? Who did Captain Dye knock out?
Yeah, West Virginia State. They were the 2 seed. AB's at 7, so Coach Dye, Terrell Franklin, they came up and handled business to go to the semis.
Hey, avenged a big loss to them. Had a tough game against them last week, I think.
Yeah, no, they lost twice. Yeah, they beat them twice this season. So, yeah, Coach Dye going to the semis, man.
Hey, it's hard to beat. Hey, in that conference, 3 times is tough.
3 times? Oh,
beating the team 3 times is tough.
Exactly. Yeah, they had a close game, but yeah, they got winner of UC and Concord. I don't know who won that game, but yeah, no, my AB family, man, let's get it. Let's get it.
I don't know. I feel like we can find out like really quick here. What's the great GMC?
No, MEC, Mountain East.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
Look at them.
Conference basketball tournament.
We don't have the fastest typer here, guys.
No, bear with me, folks. But hey, we all have. We're curious at this point because now I want to know. Oh, yeah. What kind of stats am I reading here, man? This is.
Yes, I know. They play tomorrow.
Yeah, we will figure that out. Hey, anybody that's Pat McGinnis is watching. I think Pat needs to just leave a comment here.
Yeah.
Someone tell us who won between Concord College and University of Charleston. Not College of Charleston. We're not talking big time here. We're talking D2. But hey, man, seriously. So you've done analytics for NBA. You've done the D2 life, man. So you've covered a lot of stuff in between. Oh, we got Josh Allen and Pat McGinnis saying they will play Charleston.
Charleston. What you guys drinking? I'm drinking some Riesling. I'm on my bougie stuff today.
I'm drinking Busch Light.
$8.99 bottle.
I'm drinking Busch Light. Oh, we got to do it. Cheers.
Is that time, huh? Is that time?
Mm-hmm. Weekend kickoff party, and then we got Cleveland whiskey. Always proud to be a part of the show here. Check out their Underground series.
Yeah, that's a sick bottle. Cleveland. I'm a Cleveland guy. Come on.
Yeah, let's go Lakewood.
There you go.
Oh, Blue Smoke Chasers throwing rum and Coke. All right. But yeah, so AB versus Charleston tomorrow. That'll be a good game. Go AB, man. Hey, there was always something about AB in the tournaments making runs, man.
Yeah, no, I mean
something in that Philippine water.
Where is the tournament played at this year? Because it's not at the Civic Center anymore.
Wheeling.
So Wheeling now? Okay.
I think West Lib still. West Lib's got that big complex and everything like that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, man, we got to represent. So I'm at my AB gear on tomorrow. Coach Allen, Josh Allen's big time up there. So can I get some AB gear, please? I'm a alumni. Thank you.
A Hall of Famer at that.
Yeah, exactly.
But, a Hall of Famer gets gear
from like 2002. Like seriously, send us some gear.
Yeah, I mean, and I ain't gonna lie, he sent me this. Thanks, J.A. You hooked me up this last year.
Right.
But hey, so you've done the D2 stuff, you've done NBA, you've done a lot of stuff in between. You've done the NBA summer leagues with the Bucks. You've helped out with you got some really cool experiences along the way. Your brother, Sam Clancy, Jr., has played a lot over in Europe, so you've got to go watch that style of ball play. Like, what's the difference, man, between like NCAA to like Europe to pro? Like, it's got to be like minimal, maybe like some size, but the skill levels. Like they all got a lot of skills.
Well, the crazy part is, and this is what I, just from my experiences, and from watching my brother and just hearing them always just talk and look at Luka, like those people were playing professionally at 13 years old. So their fundamentals are already above Americans. Like, just from the time they're starting, think about they're 13 years old playing against grown men in some of the top leagues in Europe, right? So if you watch the Olympics this past year, right, America wasn't too high. We weren't too above too many other people this year, right? So all of the country in basketball is just evolving globally, right? That now, yes, exactly, a margin actually shrink. So I mean, it's right now. I mean, it's talent, but you see everybody from college. I mean, college to me is still the best, just because there's no incentive. You're playing for your guys, you're playing for your brothers, your team. How many people make it to the next level? Who knows? But you're just out there giving your all every time. Whereas as an NBA, it's a whole different style. You got your stars that take over the game, which everybody should need that, or you might got your. So I mean, with that, it's just, to me, I mean, the margin has definitely decreased now, just from where USA was compared to every other country. Now I believe it's more well-rounded and more equal.
Yeah, that's definitely. I would have to agree with you there. That's why we're seeing more players from Europe able to make the jump. That's why some of our biggest superstars over the last 10 years haven't really even. Some of them haven't. Not most, but some haven't even come here from the United States, man. So yeah, it's definitely, and we're getting more and more countries yet starting to get their first players over here as well.
Look at the All NBA team now. How many internationals? It was a good bit of international players. I don't know the number off the top of my head. They're now on the All NBA team. I mean, just with that itself, it's just well rounded right now. It's like everybody has to come in and play, because these young guys that are coming international are now taking other American spots, right?
Right.
So it's been great.
And that's honestly been like a really effective strategy with this organization that you work with sometimes, and that's the Dallas Mavericks. When you do get to do some analytics for them, you're looking at Luka. Recently they had Dirk Nowitzki. They brought in Porzingis. They've always had that international flavor on their roster, and because they play that we're not the biggest market, but we have a big enough city like Dallas to bring in some really good international talent, and it's been an effective strategy because they all seem to be good ball players.
Exactly. I mean, with Dallas, and it's just the history of Dallas, they have guys internationally, the scouts, right? Like, they're watching Luka probably since he was a kid, so they're one that always based off it too. Think about like to the Steve Nash, Dirk Nowitzki days, right? Before that, now we got Maxi Kleber. Who else international? Obviously Luka. But I mean,
they always had like Navarro, like Barrejo, Navarro Barrejo. Yeah, Navarro.
I don't know if we drafted him now. So,
but he played there though. He found he was a nice long piece down there because he found a home in Dallas. They loved it.
Exactly. So I mean, that's just a credit to you have the teams that just have their people over there, right? And they're watching these guys,
right.
and think about just trading up to get Luka, right? And the two teams that passed on Luka, it's just crazy how it works. But I'm excited to be a part of it, to definitely help out where I can, and hopefully make a nice little run.
All right. So tell us about this E3 Hoops Analytics, man. I know you got the logos there. You've been putting your heart and soul to this for like ever. I know it's been at least 5 years. Yeah. So what are analytics? What are misconceptions of analytics? What are unknown analytics that people don't realize when it comes to basketball, and how does E3 put all those together?
Yeah, no, and I mean, just for what E3 is, is for elevate, educate, elevate. Who's Doobie?
What's going on?
Doobie, you've never met. It's Samario, man. He was just talking about analytics,
man.
How are you doing? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, man.
Where's the location at?
Man, I'm up here in Albuquerque on the west side at this place called Simply Toasted. It's a juice bar here in town. They do smoothies and fresh squeezed juices and all kinds of stuff. I'm going to be doing a pop-up over here tomorrow, selling barbecue from 11 to whenever I sell out. So just trying to get everything ready to roll, man.
That's nice. Yeah. That's nice. My pleasure. Nice to meet you.
Doobie's just like, he was normally here, but he's got fire issues, full-time barbecue life, you know what I mean? But Samario, I was telling him, catch you up real quick here, Doobie. He was getting ready to go over what E3 Hoops Analytics, his company, is, the misconceptions of analytics, what analytics really is, and kind of how E3 kind of ties all that together. So, Samario, my apologies. Please start from the top on that.
No, it's really E3 hoops, elevate, educate, and evaluate. It's just what I kind of came up with. And you're right, it's been a 4-year process, but I'm actually programming, self-taught, developing an app that high schools can actually use to analyze their basketball teams. So, just right now in the sports tech world, it's missing. So you got the NBA, you got the colleges that can actually pay for any type of system, but high school Huddle is the only one that has a monopoly on it. Huddle just provides like a video breakdown. So what E3 does is we take everything you do on the court. A high school coach, so I'm learning your plays. I'm studying, your philosophy, your rotations, and I'm tracking and charting and breaking everything down. So all you have to do is take the data. So if it's, if you call this play at this time of the game, at the end of the quarter, you know exactly what's happening, right? So after 5 to 10 games in high school, you only got a 25 game season. Now you have a nice sample size of what plays are working, what calls are working, what lineups are actually working in a game per set, right? So we're kind of customizing all of the data, and it's like more basketball actions. So I'm not the analytic guy, right? I'm a basketball coach, a basketball player who understands analytics, and that's how I kind of break it down. Whereas, I work with my high school team, St. Edward High School out of Lakewood, Ohio, Coach Flan. So I'm just basically tracking everything that happens on the card. If you got blow by, beat middles, to beat in transitions, to missed box outs, things that a box score cannot basically tell you. To poor rotations, good uncontested shots. So we're doing everything basketball related that you could do. Put in numbers, put in tables, graphs, charts, and but most lives we're personalizing to you, and to that coach and what they actually need, right? And I guess Nitrate, to your other question, I mean analytics. A lot of people kind of I don't know what the perception of it is, because you have the analytic haters who they think it changed the game because of the three, right? Get a shot at the rim or a three. To me, I mean you still see the mid range, but yes, it does actually make sense. But I actually look at it and says it's to confirm or deny what the coaches do. Because what the data is the data that the coaches put in on the court, right? So
Right.
that's your evidence. Now you're just breaking it down and you're simplifying it for the coach. I'm not talking about, I don't get into the, if we're talking about true shooting percentage, I never talked about that in my life, right? So those are like the formula base that people actually use that started it, where I'm more basketball and things I actually just track with the Dallas Mavericks. It's just basketball actions, putting them to numbers. Things that are just happening on the court. So, but it's just to confirm or to deny. And then the coach has to know how to use analytics. They have to know how to take that data and implement it and apply it to their team, right? So, you hear like the Charles Barkleys of the world and, just some people, but I mean, it's where basketball is going to at every single level. You start in analytics at grade school and AAU. So it's just basically percentages and what you do on the court and how can we develop you, how can we increase your IQ, and how can we help these teams actually win? Right? It's just more data. It's just more
maximizing.
Data.
Basically, what you're saying is like your technology will help maximize and utilize the talents that are on your team to get the maximum potential with out of them. If they follow what you come up with and develop a plan, an effective plan of attack to capitalize on that, right?
Exactly, because think about in high school, you finish a game, you don't know how you do, you move on to the next game. Now, these teams have 2 to 3 other coaches, they have student helpers, they have people who are breaking down their games, right? So high schools are having that staff as well. So, and they want to have these young guys who understand analytics because that's where a lot of basketball is going. So with that, I mean, you're just taking my system and I'm doing everything for you where now you could just coach your team. You don't have to have for the low staffs or the low budget teams. You don't have to have 5 to 10 people. They're also fathers and coaches and, mothers and, they're everything. They have 5, different jobs. So now it's like I'm the middleman. I'm almost like an assistant coach on your staff where you upload the games to me and I'm taking possession by possession with 100% accuracy. And the best thing about it is, I played, I coached, I work in the NBA. So therefore I have the basketball for those subjective elements, right?
Right.
I understand your philosophy because I'm watching your practices. I'm talking to you. I give you a one-on-one, we're personalizing everything to your needs. Like, for example, like my coach from high school, he texted me. He's like, hey man, they change defenses almost off of every free throw, and they're running 5 to 10 defenses a different game. He's like, I want to know, how are we doing after making missed free throws? Tell me a system that could provide you that. He's like, I want to know what defense we're in where I'm doing it. Are you in the 1-2-2, 1-3-1? And it's now he's giving you, now after 5 to 10 games, when you're running these defenses over and over, he knows what's being effective or not against a fast-paced team compared to a slow-paced team, right? A good quality team to a low quality team. So, it's just data you never had before. And who don't want more data? Who don't want to know exactly what you're doing? How to identify, certain aspects of your team. You might think you're a fast-paced team. I'm tracking ball reversals to touches, to passes, to every time you get into a paint attack, what's happening, right? Because those are big basketball elements that when you actually have the defense on the move and you're making them rotate, right? Or you keep the defense keeps the offense to one side of the floor. Now, see, guys, he never played. Oh,
sorry. Zimmy ball. Slap the floor. There we go. I forgot to slap.
Night Train only watch from the sidelines.
I played open gym, bro. Don't give me that shit. I brought it in. I gave 110%.
You play
man. That's messed up. Well,
before Allen's team, huh, Josh?
No, hey, Josh, see me range some threes, man. Look at this. Yeah, look at this. This is God given. Look at that. Elbows tucked. Bam.
There we go.
Bam.
There we go.
Flip the finger. Unlike you, I've seen your jump.
Yeah. Hey, times change. Times change.
Yeah. You know what doesn't change? Farmers, small farmers. And I'm going to segue into that to our sponsor of tonight's show. Support the small farmers that helped made this body so great with this jump shot. Farms like Frickson Family Farms. And I tell you what, guys, they're out of Minnesota. Just a husband, wife, small family farm. They're sending cheap meat all across the country. No where it's coming from.
Great quality
their farms. You can get beef, pork, chicken. Hell, they got beef ribs for $6.99 shipped to your doorstep. You got to pay for the shipping, of course, but it's reasonable. Super, super reasonable. So there we go. Check out Frickson Family Farms. Their website's on the ticker down below. Thank you, Frickson Family Farms. And we got Doobie back after his technical malfunction, but he's back, man. He is back. He's looking better than ever. Doobie, it's Frickson Farms, man. We got our care package this week.
Man,
what are you most excited about on that thing, man?
Oh, man. I was like, I was excited before we got it, but as soon as I opened it and the first thing I see is a big old picanha in my face, I'm just like, all right, here we go.
Yes. That set the tone.
And all kinds of good stuff, man. I was like, all right.
After the picanha, I was like, man, this is only going to go downhill from here, man. But it just kept going. It was.
Hey, man, I was surprised with everything in that box, man. I couldn't be happier.
For sure. Samario, man, I know we're going to talk about a lot more basketball here and about our college glory days and your glory days when you were just dominating, and now you're dominating the business life and all that good stuff. But, man, let's talk food for a minute here, man. Backyard barbecue. Everything's available. I mean, everything. What are we diving into, man? I don't think I've ever asked you this.
No. See, I'm a rib guy. You got to give me some ribs. You got to give me some brisket. Like those two things, yes. But ribs, I will tear a whole slab up today. Right?
Okay. You like them wet, sticky, dry, spicy, tangy, savory?
See, now you get into all the flavors, right?
Hey, this is analytics. Analytics in a barbecue, man. You got E3 Hoops, man. We got Dude Network Meats, man. What do you want me to talk about?
My pops is the one that's on the grill all the time. I like to grub. So, dude,
I sit back and I grub. Throw down.
I sit back and I grub. I'm not. They're like, nah, get away from this, man. But I'm telling you, But no, I'll tear up some ribs, man. So
your pops does briskets?
Huh?
Your pops does briskets?
He does everything. He's the only one that can cook.
Damn.
Don't tell my mom this. But
Mom's knows, man. We don't gotta tell her shit, man. She's gonna find out, man. They just got that thing.
Mom made me some fried chicken one time and ran out of flour, and she used pancake mix. Like, I
think that was epic, though. That was probably some of the best.
Terrible. Like, my mom cannot cook. So I'm gonna stop talking about my mom, but my dad, he could throw down my dad's side of the family. That's where the size come from. And everybody's just big. We like to eat. We like to eat.
You're how tall?
Huh? I'm 6'2".
And how tall is your brother, Sam?
6'7", and my dad about 6'6".
That's a lot of meat at the table, man.
Exactly, man. So, but yeah, we actually need one of those. So if y'all have a barbecue, man, I need to make it back. I need to go to New Mexico. That's what I'm trying to do.
Come out to New Mexico, man. I'll hook you up.
Hey, exactly. Hey, you're going to Lubbock here. Just make a pit stop in Phoenix on your way, man.
Exactly. Moving back to Dallas. The way I'm gonna stop past Albuquerque on the way.
There we go.
Yeah, let me know if you're here.
Phoenix is the opposite side. Shit, I don't know anything about that part of the country, man. I just thought that Arizona was in between New Mexico. That's how stupid I am, even though I know Doobie lives a half hour from El Paso. But we all know, Mario, sees to get degrees, right, bro?
Exactly. And
at least my motto, got me all right. Here we are.
Right. That's funny.
So, man, let's give a little love to like our alma mater here, Alderson Broaddus, man, where we met. Everyone's going to think this is like a random pairing, but man, you and I met back in the summer of 2004 in the beautiful town of Philippi, West Virginia. Yep. Do you know to this day what a battler is?
Do I know?
Yes.
Yes, it was the first battleground of the Civil War. Philippi.
Nope.
Really? That had nothing. See?
Nope.
Dr. D. I'm telling Dr. Days, man.
No, it was one of the first land battle of the Civil War. So that's Philby. A battler was, that's why we have the swords. It was a Union soldier, like officer that only carried the sword. They were a battler. They didn't have guns. They only had horse-drawn. They rode horsebacks with the swords. They were called battlers.
Were they front line? Because if they had no guns, they'd probably get messed up.
No, they were commanders. They weren't. They were in charge of telling people they were in charge of telling people where to shoot and kill and stuff. I think they were there. For all we know, man, they were probably there to like kill the run for retreat.
I never knew that. I just made up an answer just now on the spot.
I mean, you did pretty all right though. You nailed the sound history.
Yeah, no, because we got the little plaque. The little plaque.
Yeah, hold the front. So, man, hey, did I ever tell you like my first time ever down there?
What?
Like, Doobie, you got to check this out, man. So I go down there to take the summer ACTs because my grades, as you all could imagine, were not the best. So I hated to retake that shit. I went down there, and it was during the Blue Gray Festival, and I had never been down in West Virginia, man. So I go down there, and there's like, you think like all these ding-a-ling-a-ling thing, and you get down there, and everybody's running around in Confederate and Union outfits running around town. I look at my dad, and I go, ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
Like, decked out from head to toe.
Man, you had some good squads down there at AB, though.
No, I mean, like, to be honest, that was the best time of my life, man. And I mean, I guess I'll talk to my AB folks here, but Coach Zimmer, he's from Ohio, from Cleveland, right? So I knew him since I was in 4th grade. He coached my brother in high school. Yep. So, that relationship was always there. And he recruited me out of high school, and I went on a visit. And just because they didn't have a Burger King or no food I liked, I did not go. So I went to the University of Portland. Like, did you know what? Yeah, one McDonald's, one KFC, and a Hardee's. Cheap. Yeah. So I'm like, Coach, there's like nothing to eat here. Like, I can't just be in this town. And that's why I didn't go. But he stayed in touch the whole year. But he brought, think about it. It was almost, it's funny. I always call it was second chance you. So I transferred in. Stan transferred in, Terrell transferred in, Mike Tucker transferred in, right? So outside of the Josh Allens and Steve Dyes, but my whole team, we all were at other schools. And the fact that we all picked AB and then Coach was able to just round us up, and by far the best coach. I love Coach Zim, his offense, what he did for us. But he's always said he's one of the best coaches that no one knows, and that sucked, right? I'm like, this dude could coach at any Division I, anywhere in this country, and just think about it. From 2000 to 2009, we just ran the conference, right? 7 championships, 2 Sweet 16s, 9 straight NCAA appearances. So I mean, it was all a testament to him and Coach Washington. Coach Washington is one of him and Zimmerman found us all. Right. And, I mean, to me, it was the best squad. We were all 6'5" and under, athletic, and just outran everybody, man. And just a great time.
Nah, dude, you missed it, man. He showed up with like all his rings on, man. He's sitting there stroking his face. It's like bling, 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 blam, bling, blam, like sitting there just letting it rain. Yeah. But out of all your gigs after AB, man, like I said, you've got to work with some amazing coaches. You've got to work like who? I mean, well, I don't want to steal all the thunder. Who was the coolest coach at the NBA level that you have gotten to work with so far?
Well, I only worked with 2.
All right. Well, then it's an easy choice, one or the other.
I'm not going to pick anyone. I wouldn't say the coolest coach. I'm going to reward it. But
okay. How about this then? Let's not put you on the spot. Okay, you've met some cool figures, just lingering, interviews and just like being at all these events. Coolest household name that you've come across where you're like, that was actually a cool person.
No, I'll tell you, Giannis, Greek freak. So not a coach.
Oh, really?
Like Greek freak, because that was my first opportunity to be around an NBA team was 2014. I was coaching at AB and I worked their training camp. And then the next year, that's when I coached their summer league team. But when I say Giannis, he's the most humbled. It's funny because I'm just a D2 college coach. He's like, yo, coach, come work me out. So then we working out just after training camp, rebounding. I have to pad. He's 6'11", right? But the way he treated me where, other players like, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Won't talk. Like Giannis actually took the time, called me over, worked out every single time. I was up there for 2 weeks. And then what's so funny is like, at training camp or at summer league in Las Vegas, hey, Coach Clancy, what's up? How are you doing? So he's just one of those guys that just will come out his way to talk to you, but he's just the nicest human being you ever met in your life, right? And so to me, that's why he's like my favorite guy, right? He's my favorite player. I'm so happy they finally capped it off last year, just because he deserved it, and guys that worked that hard and you look at his growth. So I'm there in 2014. This is second year in. He was raw, right? And then he's, MVP, NBA champion. So you just see his growth. Coach Kidd was there, who's our coach now in Dallas right now. So that's a relationship right there, right? And just, Coach Kidd allowed me to come and just shadow my mentor, Coach Tim Gergerich, up in Milwaukee, for training camp, coach the summer league team. So Giannis is the real deal, man.
That's a pretty subtle name drop. Not gonna lie, that'll work. That's what we're here for, man. So you've got to travel around, different favorite food scene, city with the best food scene that you've been to.
Ooh, favorite.
We do a lot of food on here, man. So we got to keep our foodies happy here, man. So
foodies. Well, I would tell you, I just came back from Croatia 2 days ago, right? So Croatia, it is the same foods, but when I talk, I love desserts. So
you were always a sweet guy.
Bread, so everything's like pastries, and it's some concoctions. So I can't even tell you what it is, but I just had to the listeners, it's a hidden gem of Europe. Like you have to go, and their food is probably the best food I ever had in my life. Like to their pastries, to how it's cooked, to even if their meats are tender, just everything was completely different. And I'm a picky eater, but I tore up every single thing they had. But they like strive on pastries and coffee. That's like what they're known for, right?
No,
but every single type of dessert. And Nitrate, I know you like your desserts.
Actually, I don't. No. I'm a meat guy, man. Look at this. Look at this meat. This red meat is right down in there. Like,
I'm a dessert man. And but no, I'm telling you, Croatia, if you ever get a chance, it was inexpensive. Airbnb, beautiful.
Really?
And for $30 a night.
What?
Beautiful. Yes, that's how cheap it is. The flight was $700. Spent $1,500 on a 2-week vacation.
Hey, babe, pack your shit.
In Zagreb, I'm telling you, and it's just like lines, like a boardwalk, lines of just all different types of foods. And to me, it's food trucks, but it's like, little food carts that will give you like the best. I don't know what they're called because I can't speak it, right? But they were like, yeah, try this. You try it.
I want one of those.
Exactly. Give me two. Right. So, but no, it was a great experience. I really just got back 2 days ago.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Doobie, you're kind of new here to the conversation, but I'm sure you developed a question or two, man. What you got for Samario?
Man, Croatia. That's a trip. What other cool places have you gone to?
Me, I went to Croatia, Barcelona,
Ooh.
Rome,
Ooh.
Jerusalem.
Ooh.
Where else have I been? Obviously, like the islands, St. Thomas, St. Martin's, Bahamas.
What's the food like in Jerusalem?
So my brother played over there in Tel Aviv, and
big time in the EuroLeague name.
Yes, exactly. He played over there, and when you kind of go overseas, you find all of the American spots, right? So Tel Aviv is almost Americanized. So it was like a New York City. So we weren't, trying certain foods, and because certain areas, just you always got to be cautious. And this was like 2010, but we just stuck with it, man. The chicken and the pasta. That's it. Very simple. Found a nice little American spot, and we ate that for like 10 days. But no, I do love to travel. Been to Amsterdam, been to London. I just kind of stay out, and basketball allowed me to kind of travel the world, and my brother.
What a blessing, man. Like, sorry, dude, go ahead. Sorry, it's kind of.
I was just saying that's awesome, man. Being able to travel and do all those things and have your brother out there and then have what you're doing take you places too. I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, no, it's really been a blessing. It's really been a blessing. And even it all started with my father. My father he played 12 years in the NFL. So up to 5th grade.
Friend of show.
Exactly. He gave Night Train an interview, but up to 5th grade, I went to 9 different schools, right? So I'm in Indianapolis, then I'm back in Ohio, then I'm in Pittsburgh. So we grew up kind of never being in the same place. So what allowed him just, he presented that opportunity and allowed us to kind of get out in the sports world. And, we was able to make a name for ourselves and stuff that definitely award us those type of experiences.
Yeah, man. So you got recruited and you signed originally to go to Portland. Yep. Over in the West Coast Conference with Gonzaga, St. Mary's, now BYU, but not at the time. I think you had other D1 schools interested. Was it always Portland? Was there any other D1 schools in the mix? And why did you end up picking Portland?
Yeah, so it was kind of crazy. So, you want to kind of sign for a college your junior year. So I think some brisket. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. I think I waited too long. So, you get a little cocky and you want better schools. My brother went to USC, Dad Pitt. So I'm like, whoa, where's my schools at? Coaches weren't calling like that. So I had the basic, a couple Wright State, Radford, UNC Wilmington, Asheville. And those were like my main schools that kind of looked at me, Hartford, out of high school, right? But I went into my senior year, then they all signed their guys. So now I need actually a school. So at this time, my brother's playing for the 76ers. And Larry Brown's his coach, who Larry Brown and Mike Holden was the coach at Portland. He just made a call for me, and that's how I ended up there. So it's like I signed late because I missed my opportunities to probably go to other schools because cocky, everybody's saying, oh, wait, these schools are whatever, right? Don't go here, small major. And I was not a big major guy. I was I'm a D2 guy. I'm a D2 player. Like, that's what I was, right? But you want to kind of live that D1 dream, so that's why I did.
Hey, you got 1 year, man. That's cool.
I would never knew what it was like if I didn't go.
And you redshirted up there, so you still had all 4 years at AB anyway.
Exactly. So I went up there and just chilled.
Chilled. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that just those small schools. And in Portland, like you said, that was kind of like the last option outside of AB because at that time, no one wanted to go D2. No one knew about D2. You thought it was like the step brother,
Yeah. Well, everyone hates on it, but yeah, I think you found out that good D2 balls better than a lot of low D1 ball.
How many D1 teams we could probably beat my junior senior year?
I think if y'all would have played,
we could have.
If you would have played in like Robert Morris's like against Wagner, Monmouth, I think middle of the pack.
Exactly. We would be like Iona in them, like,
not anymore, but yeah, then you would have
not anymore. But yeah, no. But I mean, the only difference is because all of the guards in D2 mostly are D1 transfers. They're all D1 players because guards are a dime a dozen. There's a little, it's a dime a dozen. So with that, you just don't get the 6'8", 6'9", 6'10" big men. You get 6'5" and below, right? Yep. Five out.
Super skilled, super skilled,
right? So, I mean,
if they had that footwork on a 6'9" frame, they'd be like big time D1.
Exactly. I mean, we all say that. We're like, if I was 6'6", I would be in the league. Yeah. Like, okay.
Well, that's me at the bar. Like, if I would have had two right hands, I tell you what.
Yeah, exactly. But you was a football star, though. Weren't you the football star? No.
Doobie was. Doobie was the football star.
I wouldn't say I was a star.
You went JUCO? Yeah, he was on scholarship.
Yeah. I had an offer to go to Ncaa, and I ended up turning it down. My senior year, I ended up taking up wrestling, and I broke my ankle.
Not good for wrestling.
Surgery and all that, and then that kind of took everything off the table for me.
Full-time barbecue. Let's go.
Exactly.
Living his best life. His best life.
Speaking of, I got to jump off, get these briskets going, but
all right,
I will be back.
Hey, nice seeing you, man.
All right,
nice meeting you, man. We'll talk to you soon.
We'll do.
Doobie's the man. All right, we'll see you back in a little while, Crocodile. That was terrible. Get out of here. Damn. I had something. No, Doobie, man. So Doobie's the man. Doobie's the man. Thank you, Doobie, for hopping on. He'll probably be back, though. He'll be back. He's got a big pop-up event tomorrow. He got them briskets on there. Got to get all that. Oh, Josh Allen. Some of us were fine going D2. Wow. I know what it was. So we had the subtle Giannis.
Hold up.
Okay. Let's put this back on here. Let's say,
Hold up.
Let's talk about Mr. NBA Combine himself here.
I'm gonna give Josh props. Oh,
Josh, okay. I thought we were gonna talk shit. Let's go ahead.
No, I don't talk shit. I'm not a hater. So if you
I know him too. I just talk shit. I love you.
Like Josh is. Talk about what the best player that probably came through AB is Josh Allen. Josh Allen is the real deal. 6'6" shooter, smart as hell. And what's so funny is because they wanted me to come there that year and I left. But if I went there that year, I would have me an extra championship. But respect to Josh because Steve Dye, those are what put everybody on the map, That's the reason why Zim had his talents, because he started his first year coaching Josh and Steve and guys with these high IQ and Mike who came from Akron and Florida International, right? But Josh, I give you props, Josh. You my guy. You were great going D2 All-American right there. He's awesome, right?
Invite to the NBA Combine, so it's no shame in going D2. If you're good enough, they will find you.
It worked out for me too, Josh. So I ain't gonna lie. I had my family in my ear talking about D1. Nah, I'm good.
Hey. It all worked out. That's
exactly.
So we've had the Giannis name drop here. Let's go ahead and do another name drop.
His name is Giannis. Okay.
Okay, whatever. He's not on the Cavs.
He's not watching.
No. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's not checking this out. But if he is, I hate you. Come on live next Friday and tell me how bad and stupid I am, please. I'll take it. But anyway, so you got to play with some of the best in high school too, man. You were out of St. Ed's, Lakewood St. Ed's, powerhouse D1 school in Ohio, one of the top schools in Cleveland. And everyone said, and everyone in Ohio, you got Cleveland, Cincinnati, and Columbus as the three big C's, and there's a lot of big cities in that. But you guys were not only top of Cleveland in a lot of sports, you guys were top of all three of those big markets in the whole state. But you got to play some pretty cool travel ball. You graduated in 2003. Who was one of your teammates here, and what was that like?
Who's one of my teammates? Who are you talking about?
In AAU ball. AAU ball, you and Regs. Yeah. There's this guy. There was a guy. He was from that area, and it wasn't Nick Dials.
He wasn't Nick Dials.
Even though he was AP Player of the Year. He was AP Player of the Year.
Exactly. LeBron, man. I'm telling you.
Woo! LeBron name drop. Hang on. You said LeBron. Go ahead.
I'm going to tell you what it was like. It was crazy. So, because that was his cousin, Jean Regula. So we were all on the same AAU team.
You were junior year going to senior year.
Junior year going to senior year. So we all played for Akron Shooting Stars. And that's what Drew Joyce, John Regula, Will McGinley, but Braun, right? So
Romeo.
No, he played because you only allowed 2 guys from St. V. So you only allowed 2 guys per high school was the rule at that time. But no, I'm telling you, like when we go on our trips, like packed house. But I got the biggest respect for this guy because I'm seeing him. So think about it. I played against him since 4th grade, right? I was he was Akron Shooting Stars. We were the #1 champions. But when you see like his growth, and then you see all the pressure, and he exceeded every single thing to the highest of ability where he's at now. And when we're 15, like think about what we're doing at 15. 15, you have cars lined down. You have Shaq and Jordan, Kobe at your games. Like for him to just be truly the chosen one and overcome all of that without getting mixed up in the hoopla.
Right.
Think about the other names. Sebastian Telfair was the big that year. Those guys are nothing. Messed up, got in trouble with the law. Like this dude's been a stand-up individual as a human. Then he gets big and he puts his whole family, his brothers, his people on, right? Creating billion-dollar businesses. Like, dude just did everything the hardest way possible, but you could only love him. So, like,
and that's important to say because everyone's going to sit there and say he's always had it made just because he was gifted. I don't think people appreciate what you're saying.
What do people know? Like, what people? A coach, a basketball player that knows basketball will never say that. Right?
He was a 16-year-old supporting a family, man.
Yeah.
And he still had to do it right because there was probably so much money just getting thrown at him that was illegal, and he was just nah, I can't do it.
Listen to his life. So we know what urban America sometimes bring. He grew up in the inner cities. You walk out your door, you don't know if you're going to make it home, right?
Right. To a single mom. And we can all agree he come from that part of Akron.
Exactly, Akron. So when people are like, oh, he was gifted. Nah, this ain't a gift. He didn't know his dad, right? He Coach Drew Joyce and his other boys brought him on, right? That helped him. So when you hear stories like that, like how could you hate for someone because of what they do in the basketball? Who cares for what you do? Dude is in a conversation to me, he's number 2, right? To other people, 1 all depends on the generation, right? My dad say Will Chamberlain, Bill Russell's number 1, right? But still, like for where he came from, what he did, and his freshman year, he was 6'2", sophomore year, he shot to 6'8", right? And just took over the whole basketball universe, right? And it's nothing but props you could give to this guy, And I'm not gonna lie, I was mad at you Cleveland folks for hating before he left, right? I know y'all love him now because he brought one back, but
no, actually, there's a lot of people that hate him again because he left.
Exactly, but that's what I'm talking. Like, so I'm in sports. Like, how could you hate someone? Like, that's where I talk about fans. Like, how could you hate someone just from why?
I understand. No, now that's not fair. That's not fair.
It's not fair.
People support cities. Some fans support cities more than players, and I think that's fair.
No, that's fair, but we're talking about hate. We're talking about
people hate anybody that's not with the city. If you shit on the city and that's how they take it, they get emotional about that stuff because some people literally wear that part of their sleeve because they literally live at work and they're miserable, man. Sports is what they got.
Like you get missing the whole point. You emotional. He did everything he
I'm just looking at the other side of the pill. I'm not saying what you're saying is incorrect. I'm just saying how people get to that level of hate.
He put Cleveland on the map. He brought billions of dollars to downtown.
Not disagreeing with any of this.
He made half of these bars that are on West 6th, East 9th. All those bars, West 25th.
He saved the flats. He saved the flats.
Exactly. Exactly.
I mean,
You
all
leave
that,
to
and
better
on top
yourself.
of what you're saying, like I get it, and
But
I'm not disagreeing
that's my point. So why would you be mad at someone that want to better themselves?
because you're
That
not
don't
with
make
Cleveland anymore, man. Like it's that simple. Like people are like, I mean, you have to understand, you got to put your narrow-minded goggles on, man. Like some people, that's all they worry
you
about.
guys mad at you. You're not mad at Vinny Testaverde
Because he sucked. We're mad that whoever traded his ass to Cleveland. That's who we hate.
You ain't mad. You ain't mad at Odell who got traded.
Oh, we all hate Odell equally. Believe it or not,
Well,
he ruined Baker. Yeah, he ruined Baker, man. Just ask anybody. He ruined him.
You got to leave to get a championship. That's my. No, I'm joking. I'm
Yeah,
playing.
yeah.
I love my Cleveland folks. I'm playing. My dad played with the
Oh,
Browns.
hey, but that's what made that argument an argument, is because there's two sides of an argument and each had a valid argument, which is normally the best debates. So
No, there's no
some
valid
people
argument.
can't agree. Just some people just don't like disagreeing. I think disagreeing.
It's the only argument because it was LeBron James, because he was the face of Cleveland. It's only an argument because I look at since I've been in this, and I've been in this since I was a kid. I've been a kid, right? So I've been around professional athletes, and we're all still human. Everybody's human, right? You left many jobs to go work somewhere else to provide for your family, to do what you want to do. And that's how I look at it. Like, it's great to be mad that now your team's going to be shitty, but it's not great you got to understand, dudes getting, hate mail to, I hate you, to burning. Like, to me, that's childish, right? So be an adult. Like, you know what? Thank you, Bron. Screw you if you want to leave. But guess what? When he came back, what y'all do and won a championship?
Because he was Team Cleveland again, baby. Hey, he's back in love with the city. We love this guy.
That's my whole point regarding this sports. It's
hey,
like,
man, fans are users and abusers, bro. I'm telling you, man. Everyone's got addictions, and someone get them twisted.
Like, no, there's a limit, because we'll sit in arenas, every arena you go to, and people are yelling like racist stuff, right? You're yelling, so like that's where there has to be a line. Like, they're yelling things, fans, and throwing.
Oh, again, I mean, I'm not taking up that side at all.
No, I know, but those are the type of things that it almost, when you're yelling "F you" and your mom is this, like, you're taking things personal. Compared to, that's the fan I'm talking about. I'm not talking about.
I get it, but that's like the extreme 1%ers, man, and that's not a fair label. That's not a fair label. Because, man, you got them extreme 1%ers, man, that are just ruining it for the other 99%, of that viewpoint, that are just so over the top, like them idiots like you're talking about right there. Hey, I like we're on to something here. We're going to mute the mics. Our commercial break here is going to be a little old school and a little improv tonight because we had a little bit of a problem here. But, again, Fricks and Family Farms bringing us on here. So let's watch the unboxing. They're sending us one box of meat, me and Doobie, over the next 3 months, and we have no idea what's in them, and we have that month to work with them and make different and unique cooks with them featuring these products. Here's what we're going to be working with this month, and again, I apologize for the technique of showing this commercial, but hey, it is what it is. Oh, please tell me what I think this is it. Oh my God, a picanha. Oh. Some all natural chorizo. This. Pork wings. I don't even know what those are. But I'll tell you what, I want to cook the hell out of them. We got a couple flat irons. This is amazing. What a package. And last but not least, beef cheeks. I have been looking everywhere in Ohio for these. Look at the marbling. Look at that marbling. Everyone go check out Fricks and Family Farms. Seriously, go look at their prices. You might be blown away, and buy it now before they catch up to what the rest of the market is across the country. And you can check them out as a sponsor on Friday nights, weekend kickoff parties. See you guys. Again, everybody, sorry for the jankiness of the technique there, but
he's on a low budget, guys.
we haven't got that Google Drive upgrade yet, Mario. I know we talked about it that one time, but it might be time. Honestly, man, it was date night with the wife, and it was neither 15 minutes with her, the extra 15 minutes, and with a 2 and 3 year old. Honey Boo Boo got that time, boy. You know what that means.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man. I love what you're doing here, man.
So I know you got places you got to be here, man. I know you are on a hard out here around 10 o'clock. But
5 minutes.
Okay, you got 5 minutes here. So that's enough time here to talk about what's big for E3 Hoop Analytics for the rest of the year, man. Because I know at the end of the day, that's your baby. You've got 4 years into this thing. We're all in on E3 Hoops Analytics. It's already producing. But where do you go from here? What makes E3 Hoops Analytics a household name in that in that niche?
With that, it's a necessity for basketball right now. So you don't have a program that will actually identify everything about your team, give you all of the knowledge that you need as a coach, as a staff, as a player. My job is and from being a coach in college to where I'm at right now, is to encourage growth, right? It's about the development of your team and your players. So with that being said, it's like, what can you do other than working out? The 90% of the game is mental. And that's what E3 Hoops bring. We're stimulating your mind so you understand to help your decision making, right? Like help, for example, where your passes are and out of traps, out of double teams, if you're drawing two defenders. So we're breaking things down just to a whole different level, man. And I'm excited. I'm excited where we're going. We're launching in the fall. And like I said, it's been in works for 4 years, but I'm ready to get it going. But to be honest, my goal is to be in every high school, every high school that has basically a system in place, right? And you want to win, because it's data that is not even on the market. It's data that hasn't been produced. And to be honest, it's why I have a job with the Mavs, because a system does not do what I do. I still have to do a lot of manual stuff, right? Manual subjective elements. And now I'm putting that into a system and creating a team that's going to do that for you now. But that's why I have a job. I lost a lot of my responsibilities because systems were optimized and automated. And really, that's just what I'm bringing. I've been at the highest level that you could do with analytics. So I'm just bringing a wealth of knowledge, a hell of a work ethic, and just a program that high schools need. And high school coaches are tenured, right? So once your season's over, you're at a school 5 to 10 years. You got 10 years of data, because you want to get to the next level, or you want to be the best coach you could be, right? Now you got to know how your philosophy and how everything's working, where there's no high school database. Huddle's just videos. Your stats are in a database. Those are what the assistant coaches are for. So now you got a system where everything's just a one-stop shop for every single thing. You could compare players from year to year, recruiting. We got a program that's working with the feeder program. So the schools that got the 8th graders that they want to eye on, you can send us film.
It's a no-brainer you are a free resource you got to pay for the service, of course, but it's either pay for you or pay for like 3 assistants to do what you're going to do.
Yeah. Or just miss out or because no one
or suck or you'll suck. You'll lose.
Time is money, time is money.
Losses.
Like you won't have the time to do that stuff. So you might be doing things half-assed, right?
Right.
Don't
do it the Dude Network way, folks. Do it
exactly.
Don't do commercials through your phone on a live broadcast to make ends meet.
If anyone want to be a sponsor, I'm gonna. No, I'm joking.
I feel terrible about that. I owe them a lot of love.
That was awesome, man. Hey, you put them out there, but yeah, it's just a valuable service that right now is nothing on the market, and we'll offer some trials and some demos, one game free trials, so you can see, like, we're tracking over 500 metrics. So 500 metrics that you probably don't even know you could do on a basketball court, but that's what your coaches are talking, right?
Right.
Like, they're talking about that in practice, but now you have a number to back it up. So when you look at your team over a 5-game span or after a big tough game, you know exactly where you went wrong at, right? And then also I'm hiring all athletic people, right? That played the game, coached the game. So it's you're
I'm out.
Yeah. So now the knowledge is there where I just think it's going to be incredible. I believe in it. Like you said, this is something I worked hard for, and right now no team has it, man. And just everything regarding just your breakdowns, but year in year out, it'll be a huge system that teams could definitely will feel valued.
Well, it's the end of the season for a lot of high school teams. The ones that are left are pretty good. All those that are watching that are sitting at home, maybe you need some E3 Hoops analytics. That was your problem.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Call me. But as Clancy,
hey, seriously, where can people find E3 Hoops analytics? Plug away, and then I'll make sure we'll edit the description after this show. We'll get the link on the description of this YouTube page so anybody that is interested can check it out on there. But how do we find you?
Yeah, e3hoopsanalytics.com. S Clancy at e3hoops.com. You can find me in an email. Also, I worked with the USA U16 team and broke down their games this season. So we're working with some good teams.
Woo!
We
got some talent. We got some talent.
I got some clients that we're just trying to do our thing, man. And but
some 16-year-olds that are like the next Giannis,
Giannis, man. Like I can't talk Giannis. It's Giannis.
Let's not Americanized it. Hey, them sons of bitches butcher McDonald's over in Greece, so I'm going to butcher Giannis in America. So that's leave it at that.
No, but yeah, no, it's coming to a school near you, and I can guarantee you'll find it useful.
Yeah, I tell you one other thing that people get you some E3 Hoops analytics, get you some red meat, and when you do, get it from Frickson Family Farms, located in Dakota, Minnesota. All the small town feels, but with the big city deals. You like that? I brought that my old car background into their slogan there. They don't even know what their slogan is, but until tonight.
No, I love it. But hey, Night Train, hey,
yeah.
YouTube. This is my brother from another mother, man. He been doing this from scratch. I'm proud of you, bro. You're doing a lot of great things. Your wife, Alyssa, to the kids.
It's all her. It's all
exactly.
her.
No,
it's all
seriously. He's working his tail off, man. I enjoy myself, man. I love you to death. So, thank you for having me on. You also, like I say, he's one of the greatest guys I met. Support him. Give him some hair, give him some implants. You need to get an implant sponsor. Or cut it off, or get a barber.
Hey, for real though, it's getting a little hippie-ish over here, man. I need to go with that half guard real quick, man.
Nah, man, but hey, I'm proud of you. Thank you for having me on. I hope they at least enjoyed it. We just cut it, just cutting up, man. Cutting the rope.
Hey, we are cutting it up, and at the end of the day, folks, he's just mad that he don't look this good. That's all right though. But he's a good-looking man himself. Look at that hairline. That is fresh.
And he's 2 years younger than me.
Hey, it's starting to recede a little bit. Hey, you got a little recede. Oh, look at that nipple up there, man. Oh, it's gone. Into the year, it's gone, bro. Enjoy it. You got a year left.
He's not even 35 yet, guys. He's not even 35.
I remember when mine looked like that. Just starting out.
Man.
I was like 20.
Exactly.
But hey, dudes and dudettes, most importantly, Samario, thank you so much, man, for coming on last minute here. I knew it was going to happen. I'm glad it happened today. Crazy impromptu, but you just got home off a plane from Croatia like 2 days ago. So the stars aligned and the Lord works in mysterious ways, man. Like you and I. My kids call you Uncle Samario, man. You're a brother. You're part of my family. We appreciate you. We love you. And you are forever a part of the Dude Network. And we wish you the best of luck, not only tonight, this weekend, but the rest of the year and the rest of everything going forward, man. You got us in your corner. Let us know if you ever need anything. Dudes and dudettes, ladies and gentlemen, to get your weekend officially underway, we'd like to thank you. And again, Samario Clancy.